Hey YouTube, it's just Monica here. On today's LocToc, we are going to be talking about protective styling over your locks. For me, it's not necessarily the protective part that I really care about, it's just the styling, to be honest. So the first time around with my locks, I combed them out after a few months because I missed doing like my styles. I missed my braids, I missed my twists, I missed all that stuff, so I combed them out. This time around, it's not the same feeling. Last time it was just I don't know if I can do locks that are so permanent. This time it's I just want some variety. I want a little bit of a change. So I was on YouTube, of course, for a while, looking at different women who were putting in twists and braids into their hair. I saw a few women who were able to successfully put them in over their locks and blend them pretty well, surprisingly. I know the last time I tried to put twists in over my locks, it was a hot mess. And I was specifically looking for girls who had locks of a similar size and density of my hair to see what it would look like. I started looking for twists and then ended up looking at braids, and the braids looked much better. And I think the reason why the braids were looking better, in my personal opinion, is because with the braids, you're pulling your lock a little bit more and stretching it a lot. So that it gets a little bit tighter. With a twist, of course, you are pulling and stretching it, but I feel like not as tight as a braid would. But with these braids, I'm actually going to do pretty small braids. It won't be 1-to-1 because I have like 220 plus locks, so I'm not putting 200 braids in my hair. It's not happening. But I will maybe do like 2 locks per braid, and I want them to be, they won't be like a big box braid. They'll be like a smaller individual box braid size, I guess. I don't know. That's not a size. Whatever. I went to the beauty supply store and found some Expressions braiding hair. This is 82 inches. So I think the videos that I saw, the girls were actually cutting this at least in half, but I think some of them are even cutting it into thirds. I think I'm gonna do halves. I got 4 bags, so we'll see how that goes. Pray for me. I'll come back and let you guys know how it goes, but if you guys have ever tried to protective style over your locks, let me know. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here, and I'll come back and let you know how things are going. I'm about 3 hours in, and I feel like I've made no progress. The good news is my locks are blending in very well with the braid. Hard to tell with the lighting and the, situation, but the locks are blending in very, very well, so it'll be worth the time that it takes. But yeah, not even close. I haven't even gone through 1 bag yet. I did end up cutting it into thirds, so yeah, check back in later. So I'm finished with my hair. It only took me about 2 bags, but it took me like 8 hours. The longest part that takes the longest is like getting all the hair like stretched out. They should sell hair pre-stretched, just saying. I only used 2 bags, and that is because one of the biggest things that I feared was having too much hair on my head. So I tried to use a very small amount of hair for every braid. So the bottoms are pretty thin, and I'm actually pretty satisfied with the size that they ended up being. The locks are pretty hidden. You really can't see them, so they turned out really good, which is awesome, because I would hate to think that I spent 8 hours to have to take them down, because I have spent 4 and 5 hours on hair that I took down immediately. So I'm all for trying to do my own hairstyles, but if it looks bad, I'm taking it out. But this looks good enough to where it's going to stay in, so we'll see how I feel in the next week or so if it comes out sooner rather than later. But it's pretty good. I'm about to go dip it in some hot water and then call it a night. Here they are, all done, all dipped. Of course, I'm in a black shirt, so you can't see anything. But yep, they're all done, and they could. I'm torn because like the ends, they're real skinny, which nothing is wrong with that. I just feel like they could have been a little bit bigger. But if they would have been bigger, this would have been bigger. And I feel like this up here is the perfect size. So ultimately, I think this is the best way to go. I would have gone any thicker. It would have been just kind of impossible to do. So that's it. But I gotta go. So I will maybe try to end this up a little bit nicer, but I'm gotta go. But bye.